Today we're in Lexington, Virginia, and if you're thinking about moving to Lexington, you will definitely want to make sure you watch today's video so you can learn a little bit more about this small city and also take a look with me with 3 different homes here that might just be your next place to call home. And if you hang around until the end of the video, or when I say the end, I mean the end, because I'll take you to a place just outside town here that, well, the world almost came to an end here. Well, at least in the movie I'm going to tell you about. But before we show you a little bit here about Lexington and some of its homes and this place where the world almost ended, let's go ahead and get started right now. Hi, my name's Steph, and along with my wife Leslie, we are local real estate agents here in the Shenandoah Valley and Charlottesville areas of Virginia, and it's our honor to help folks all the time who are looking to buy or sell a home. If that's you, contact us. Information's in the description below, and while you're at it, take some time, if you don't mind, to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos that come out here in the future. Now, today, as I mentioned, we're in the town of Lexington. Now, Lexington is a small, independent city here in Virginia at the southern end of the Shenandoah Valley. There's about 7,400 people here in the town, and it's also the home to Washington Lee University and Virginia Military Institute. But that's only part of the town. Another part of the town is the quaint shops that are here along the downtown strip. You see some of them behind me here. And if you're a shopper, you just have to come to downtown Lexington to experience what it's like to be in this little town and see all of the shops. But not just that, there's restaurants as well. And one of my favorite ice cream places here in town too. But like I said, there's plenty of good stuff here in town. But maybe you want to get outside of town. Well, you've got outdoor recreation, plenty of outdoor recreation. You've got kayaking on the Murray River, or maybe even the James River, or other smaller rivers around the area. Additionally, fly fishing, things like that. You've got hiking, and you can hike up to the beautiful vistas on top of the mountains that surround this town here. And like I say, it's just a fantastic place for families, or really anyone who's looking for just a small town life. It's just a really neat place for that. So with that being said, let's go look at some of those homes right now and see what living here in Lexington is all about. All right, so we're out here in our first neighborhood. We've just come just a little ways from where we were just downtown, and I mean, look at this home in this neighborhood up here. Now, this isn't the one for sale, but this is, I mean, just think about the memories in that house and the history in that house. But like I say, this is a nice dead-end street back here, and the house we're gonna look at's right down here a little bit, but let me tell you a little bit about this neighborhood. Obviously, you can see it's a very established community with homes built over different time periods. You know, it's not just all built at one time. Now, you're only about 0.8 of a mile from downtown Lexington, where you just were, with all those quaint shops and restaurants we talked about. And it's a really neat place. It's also, here, I'll turn around real quick. You can kind of see it sits up on a hillside. So it's really quaint back here, and really, really, really nice. So now, of course, you're not very far away either from Washington Lee University or VMI. So this is pretty much, I mean, almost a walkable neighborhood, really, or certainly bicyclable. Is that a word? Bicyclable? I don't know. But anyway, you can ride your bike into town, definitely. So, but 8 to 10 minutes away also from Interstates 81 and 64 as well. Now, home values in this neighborhood are going to range anywhere on average from about $500,000 to $800,000, and the home ranges I mentioned, they were like built over a period of time. Most of them in here about 1930s to the 1990s. So the home that we're going to talk about though today is coming up right here on my left-hand side. And I think when I show you some of the pictures here in a second, it's going to probably do it a little bit more justice because they can kind of take those pictures from different angles and get in there and look good. But this home itself is currently active on the market. It is listed for $649,000. It was built in 1952, has 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, 2,435 finished square feet of living space, and there's also an unfinished basement. If you break it down just for the unfinished square footage, that's $267 a square foot, and it sits on a 7.6, so about 3/4 of an acre lot here. And like I said, if you come around the side, you'll see in the picture, there's this nice little porch you got overlooking the creek down there that we crossed down at the bottom of the hill. But let me tell you a little bit about what's inside this home. It really does a great job of blending classic character with some really thoughtful updates. As you step inside, you're welcomed by warm hardwood floors and a comfortable living room centered around a fireplace, giving a space that's just very cozy and have a really nice everyday feel. Just beyond that, the dining area is filled with natural light from those bay-style windows, making it a perfect spot for meals or morning coffee. The kitchen has been beautifully updated with a mix of painted and natural wood cabinetry, stainless steel appliances, a farmhouse sink, and a gas range, all tied together with a clean, modern finish that still fits the home style. One of the standout features in this main level primary suite is its spacious retreat with the vaulted ceilings and its own fireplace and that large arch window that really brings in the light. Upstairs, you'll find an additional bedrooms and flexible space for guests, a home office, or maybe hobby room, whatever you'd like to use it for. And downstairs, the unfinished basement offers a ton of potential, whether you need storage, a workshop, or future space that to finish it up. Outside, you've got multiple areas to enjoy, from the covered porch to the brick patio, and a nicely sized yard with mature trees, offering both privacy and a great place to relax or to entertain. Now, like I said, this beautiful home is just minutes from downtown Lexington and Washington Lee University as well. So this may be that next place that, who knows, you might call it home as well. Now, we're in town, but for the next one, we're gonna go about 5 minutes outside of town. And wow, this next one, whew, it's a bit, well, we'll just get there and I'll show it to you. All right, so we've come just a few minutes outside of town here, and we are in the Forest View Hill neighborhood. And this neighborhood, if you want privacy, small road coming in here, and it is a dead end down here, and it's larger lots and houses that are just very secluded and private. I'll show you one of them here in just a second, but a little bit about the neighborhood here. Like I said, you're just minutes away. Matter of fact, where we started the video, you're about 7 minutes away from downtown Lexington, and you're only about 10 to 12 minutes away from Interstate 64, and where that joins with Interstate 81, so you can go north, south, east, or west, any direction you need to go. There's also, like I said, there's good sized lots here. The lots in this neighborhood are anywhere between 3 and 9 acres, and there's 1 or 2 lots that are still for sale here in this neighborhood as well. Homes in this neighborhood range in price from about $500,000 all the way up to well over $1 million. And the build dates here were from the late 80s. Most of the homes were from the late 80s to about the year 2000. And like I say, if you're looking for seclusion, if you're looking for privacy, if you're looking for just a place where it's just quiet, right? Then this is a neighborhood you definitely want to consider. And like I say, it's got this one road in and out. Now, the neighborhood, the home I'm going to look at, and change hands there. Sorry about that if I made you dizzy. But you got this nice little cedar rose coming along here, and we're going to come up here and take a look at the house here in just a second. So, like I do sometimes, let's make this fun. Let's speed it up and let's get to the house, okay? All right, so here we are. Here's the house. At least you can see part of it, but the place where this home really gets neat is some of the pictures I'll show you here in just a second. But this home is currently active on the market. Could be yours. It's listed for $880,000. It was built in 1993, 3 bedrooms, 4 baths, and 1 half bath, 4,451 square feet of living space. And there's an additional 1,803 that's unfinished in this house as well. So a huge footprint here in this home. It's $198 a square foot for the finished square footage, and it sits on a 5.85 acre lot. Now, like I say, this home is huge. And matter of fact, if you turn around and look, you actually have seasonal views of House Mountain just to the west of Lexington here. So, but like I say, let me tell you a little bit about this home here. This home has had massive upgrades. It sits on nearly 6 acres in a secluded neighborhood, and you just got a lot of privacy, like I said before. But when you go inside this home, you're immediately drawn into the vaulted great room where natural light pours in and the space opens up in a way that feels both impressive and comfortable. And who couldn't resist a warm fire in the great room's fireplace on a cold winter night as you watch the snow fall outside? But just off the main living space after you enter the front door, you'll find a dedicated library or office with built-in shelving, perfect for working from home or enjoying a quiet retreat. You'll also find a formal dining room, ideal for hosting family and friends or gathering for special occasions. From there, the home flows into a beautifully updated kitchen with granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, a gas range, and a large island that naturally becomes a gathering spot for you and family. And check out that pantry. It's a real dream for storing food and for efficiency. Now, beyond that, the huge breakfast nook and deck take full advantage of the setting with peaceful mountain views and a private tree-lined backdrop. Now, the spacious main level primary suite feels like a true retreat, featuring a renovated bathroom with a soaking tub, oversized tiled shower, dual vanities, and radiant heated floors. Upstairs, you'll find a wonderful loft area and an additional bedrooms with a flexible space for guests, or perhaps maybe even a second level office as well. Downstairs, you'll find a well-done walkout basement that's that is partially finished, and like I said earlier, has almost 2,000 square feet of unfinished space for whatever you want, maybe a home gym, a workshop, or additional living areas for bedrooms and bathrooms. The outside landscaping is meticulous, and the combination of open area for activities surrounded by the seclusion of the forest around just makes this a fantastic residence for anyone looking for room, some privacies, and views. Now, there's so much more that I could tell you about this home, but you just can't put all the pictures into one short video like this. So if this is something that you're interested in, you would definitely want to contact Leslie and myself. We can take you inside there, and we can show you what this home is like inside, and we can show you the views, both of House Mountain on that side and the views that you have off the back of your home as well. So that's home number 2. Let's go ahead and let's get down the road and make it to home number 3. All right, so we're here in our last neighborhood. We're in the Meadow Estates neighborhood. I'm just started on this street. I know it's kind of into the sun, but as I turn around here, you see some of the neighborhood here, but you also see some incredible views here in the background of this neighborhood. So let me tell you a little bit about the Meadow Estate neighborhood. You're only about 3 to 5 minutes away from Interstates 81 and 64, where the Lexington Crossing Shopping Center is, along with Walmart, a bunch of other stores, and there's a Lowe's hardware store there as well. You're about 10 minutes to downtown Lexington from here. And now the interesting thing about Meadow Estates, the side that I'm on right now, it's the western side. Sorry, I'm not making you look into the sun there, but having a hard time here. There we go. Well, there's some views over there on top of the hill there too. But anyway, it's kind of, we're on the western side of the neighborhood. Then there's kind of a middle part, and then there's the eastern side on the other side of the road. But Meadow Estates has a lot of different neighborhoods around it that kind of combine all into one larger neighborhood. But so really, when we talk about Meadow Estates, we're kind of talking about 2 different neighborhoods. On the eastern side, you have older homes there, about 1957 to 1975 when they were built, and an average home value of about $320,000. They range between about $250,000 and $500,000. Now on this side, you have some newer homes that are built here on the western side of the neighborhood. Most of the homes here were built between 2000 and 2009, and they range in price. They have about a $550,000 median price, or average price, excuse me, with about $400,000 to $700,000 range. So, but like I say, I try and back here, try not to get you too much in the sun, but more views, nice house up there on top of the hill, and just kind of a really neat neighborhood. Now, I'm not gonna make you walk along with me and fast forward this time. So let's go ahead. I'll go over in the other street and I'll show you the home over there that's for sale. All right, so the home that you see over here on my left-hand side is the one that's currently for sale here in the neighborhood. It's listed for $729,000. It was built in 2007, has 5 bedrooms and 4 baths, 2,935 finished square feet of living space. Break that down, it's $248 a square foot, and it sits on 0.78 of an acre. And there's some really neat things about this home and the setting that it's in. And well, let's talk about it here just a little bit. And like I say, if you're looking for a balance between space and privacy, this home really does. I think it really checks all 3 boxes. But inside, the bright foyer welcomes you in with a dedicated home office on one side and a formal dining room and on the other. That's perfect for both everyday living and hosting. Now, The home then opens up into a warm, functional kitchen with granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, and a large island that naturally becomes the center of everyday life. Just beyond that, the breakfast nook brings in natural light and leads directly out to the deck. And this is where lifestyle really begins to shine. There's an elevated deck overlooking the backyard, which makes it easy to get the kids' attention when it's time for them to come inside for dinner, right? Now, there's a bedroom and a full bath on the first level. And of course, you've got a nice 2-car garage. Now, when you get to the second floor, you'll find the private retreat that is the primary suite. It offers plenty of room and features a tray ceiling, giving it a little bit of an elegant touch. The primary bath has a soaking tub, dual vanities, and a separate shower. And there's a separate room that makes up part of the primary suite, and you can use it as an office space, a dressing room, or whatever you can think of. Now, the finished lower level adds more space, including a large living area, fireplace, has that walkout access, a kitchenette that could be turned into a full kitchen pretty easily, really. And there's also space for a home gym. And if you're a book lover, you'll have plenty of space to store volume after volume in the home's unique built-in library. Now, out back, there's a beautifully designed patio area, and in the backyard has a fire pit and a peaceful waterfall fish pond. And like I say, all together, this home really does. It offers space, but you have function, a lot of livability. And as I said, you're just minutes away from town, and you also are in a very quiet, walkable neighborhood here, where you got some of these beautiful Shenandoah Valley views as well. So, there's a war brewing out there, and matter of fact, the world may almost end. Let's go find out where that almost happened here in Rockbridge County, just outside Lexington. And here we are at a movie location just about a half an hour north of Lexington for the 2005 movie, The War of the Worlds, starring Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. Now, while the story was set in Boston, Steven Spielberg chose Rockbridge County, Virginia as the backdrop for a couple of scenes. One of the scenes that you'll see here in the movie is when Tom Cruise is trying to escape Boston and he's driving through the countryside. And well, this clip shows one of the places, little crossroads of Busselburg, that they drove through right here in Rockbridge County. But you might not have known that the battle scene where the Martian machines come over the top of the hill and wipe out the military troops was filmed right here on this hillside.
Robbie, slow down. Robbie, slow down.
Gotta stay together, Robbie. Robbie. Stay together. Robbie! Get back here!
And the little farmhouse that you see down there was also part of those battle scenes as well. And you know what? It's amazing to see the place, and it's a lot different than it looks like in the movie. But of course, we're at a different angle, and we're not as close in as Mr. Spielberg got to be. So, but you hear folks talk about it. They'll talk about like back in 2004, they took casting and they took people out here and they filmed and they walked up and down the hillside back there and up and down this road here, trying to get the right shots for the movie for Mr. Spielberg. And also, speaking of him, it was his birthday at that time, and there were some of the cast and some of the people that worked for Mr. Spielberg sang happy birthday to him here, right near this location. Now, in the movie, as we know, this adaptation of H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds ends with the Martians succumbing to the germs of this world, which mankind had long since become immune to. Oh, Sorry about that, spoiler. But hey, I mean, the book did come out back in 1898. So I mean, but I guess, sorry if you didn't know the end. But anyway, that's a little tidbit about this area and what makes it unique, and something that you might not have known unless you lived here for a while. But maybe it's your time to be here now. And it's your time to rise up. And fight the marsh. Oh, sorry, I'm back in the movie. But maybe it's your time to move to the Lexington area. Maybe you're going to be a teacher at WNL or VMI, or maybe you just want to come to a nice small town like Lexington to retire, or maybe you have a family and you want to come to a place where the kids still come in with the street lights on when the street lights come on in the evening. But whatever the case may be, Leslie and I would love to help you in your move to the Lexington area. We want to make it smooth and hassle-free. I mean, hey, it might not be fending off Martians, but packing and moving is enough of a battle for everyone anyway.
I hate moving.
So if you're looking for help and need to know more about the area, just contact us. We would be absolutely honored to help you find a home here in Lexington or Rockbridge County, or anywhere else in the Shenandoah Valley or the Charlottesville areas. So, from here at ground zero for the Battle of the Martians versus the Battle of the Humans, until next time, I'll see you around town.